Welcome back, fans of all things Disney. Today's video is going to be a review of a recent experience I had at a wonderful hidden gem, if you are a fan of all things Disney, and that is a shop called Booster Packs and Beyond. I recently stumbled across this hidden gem while I was checking out some different YouTube videos, and boy am I glad that I did. It is an amazing store filled with Disney collectibles. The main reason I went, however, was of course for the Disney pins. So in this video, I not only have my review of the experience, I have a little bit of a walk around of the store, but I also have, of course, a pin haul, because you can't go to a pin store and not come home with some amazing items. Before I jump into the review though, just a couple of quick things. If you do happen to be new to this channel, I do have 3 dogs, and they will often just kind of run through, sometimes with toys and want them thrown, other times they're just making noise in the background. Hopefully that's not too distracting for you, but it is kind of part of my life here, so it's kind of what it is. Also, if you're new to the channel, every month I do a giveaway for any of our subscribers. So if you would like to enter the giveaway for a box of customized Disney goodies, you do need to be a subscriber. So hit that subscriber button, and you do get 3 entries in the month that you subscribe. So if you're entering here in May, if you're hitting subscribe, you'll have 3 entries into the May drawing. Existing subscribers always have 1 entry, and then you will be getting additional entries for any comments that you put on any of the videos we upload over the course of the month. So if a box of customized Disney goodies sounds pretty good, you might want to go ahead and just hit that subscribe button. So Booster Packs and Beyond. Before I even go into the particulars, I'm going to say 2 thumbs way up for Booster Packs and Beyond. I found the store to be simply amazing, not only in the quantity of pins that they had, because they had a ton to look through, but also the variety of pins that they had. They had everything from hidden Mickeys to mystery pack pins, to rack pins, to Acme pins, and WDI profiles and things like that. So all in all, the store inventory is awesome. They had a wonderful selection. Now, with that said, the 2 co-owners were there, and they told me that, you know, their inventory was a little bit depleted because it was the first day back after the shutdown. So yesterday was the first day for phase 2 vendors to be able to open, and they did open on that first day, but they were of course still getting themselves back into the groove of things. So I'm looking so forward to my next trip to Booster Packs and Beyond, just to see if that inventory was depleted. I don't even know what that store is going to look like when they have been able to kind of pull things back together. And then when the parks open and everything is as back to normal as possible, it's going to be amazing to be able to walk through there. So I'm going to start off with just a kind of a quick walkthrough of Booster Packs and Beyond. The first thing you do need to be aware of, it is located in the Visitors Flea Market, which is on West Earl Bronson Memorial Highway. It's very easy to find. I can't believe that I have overlooked it all this time, but it's pretty close to the Walmart. It's very close to Target as well. So if you are on a Disney vacation or in the Orlando area, just type it in, Visitors Flea Market, and your GPS will bring you basically right to the front door. The flea market is filled with, oh my gosh, I don't even know how many vendors, but it was well over 100 different vendors. And while they weren't all open yesterday, you could get a sense for how eclectic the vendors were. There were people selling all sorts of things. So if you're not just looking for an opportunity to get Disney pins and you want to check out some perfumeries, or I think there was a massage parlor, and there were some tattoo artists, and just a whole bunch of things going on in that flea market. So it was really fun to kind of walk around. Now, once you get to the flea market, you do need to know what the booth is, and they actually are booths 86, and I saw 88. So I originally went for booth 86, but then I also saw that it was tagged 88. So it's a pretty big booth. So they, of course, they have a couple of spaces. And once you walk in the doors, there are pins all over. Sorry about that. The dogs were wrestling and of course knocked into the tripod. Once you walk into the open area for booster packs and beyond, you're gonna see things in cases, and they have rotating, spinning displays and things like that. But the thing that's gonna drag your attention the most is, of course, going to be the sheer massive wall of pins. So the first thing I'm going to show you in the walk around will be their cork board pins. Now the cork board lines the walls, and what's really, really nice is that they have these pins kind of organized in thematic groups. So for example, hidden Mickeys would be mostly all together on the wall. If it's coming from the snack set, like the ice creams and things like that, those would be together. They were the stamps, those would be together. So they tried to keep specific themed types of pins in the same general area. Their dated pins were on one section of the wall, and their so like their wedding or their anniversary pins would all be in one location. Disney Cruise Line pins would be in one location. They kept the zooms all together. There was a princess section as well. So as I was looking at the cork board, it was just wonderful to be able to glance around, look for a collection I might be interested in, and see if any of the pins that I was looking for were available there. Now, it doesn't mean that they wouldn't have them in the store if they weren't on the cork board, because as I'll show you a little bit later in the video, they also have them sectioned out by character or theme in some cases, and I can show you that in a little bit. In addition to the corkboard section, they also have a large number of rack pins that are available. The rack pins, I really, really loved the way that they organized these, and they organized them by price. Each of them had a little color-coded dot on there, and you would go off of the color-coded dot using their pricing chart to tell you how much they were. The same thing was in effect for the pins that were on the cork board, except the ones that are on the cork board, you'd actually have to take off of the wall, take a look and see what the dot was in order to determine what the price was. With the rack pins, they were color coded, but they were also organized by lowest price to highest price for the regular rack pins. And I thought that that was a great way to organize it. So if you're on a budget, you know not to look over at those. You look only at the $5 or the $6 or the $7 pins. And I, of course, found some and pretty much every price value in the rack pin section, because they had some pretty amazing ones, lots of Stitch ones for me as a Stitch fan. So they really had a nice selection. Now, in addition to the corkboard pins and in addition to the rack pins, they also had a large variety of lanyard sets and booster pack pins. So when I was looking at some of them, some were relatively old, and then there were some that were relatively new. The prices on those pins they varied. It depended on the set. I think the number of pins that might have come on the booster pack, or on the lanyard itself, but they did have a nice selection. So sometimes you have a hard time finding a reasonably priced set in the parks that you really like. And if you go to the outlets to get your pins, you don't often find booster sets anymore because they get snatched up. But they had reasonable prices. They were nowhere near as good as the outlet prices, but it's still reasonable prices, similar to what you might pay on eBay, if not a little bit less. And then in addition to all of that, they had mystery packs. So they had mystery boxes and they had mystery bags. I was amazed at the price of the mystery boxes though. The ones that I saw ranged in price from $9 to $10 for the mystery boxes of 2 pins. And the reason I was really amazed is that I had just been in a live sale and she had nearly every one of those themed mystery boxes, and she was selling them for $16 a box. So $10 versus $16 and not having to fight in a live sale. Oh my goodness. And then in addition to all of that, they also had these amazing cases of pins that were themed. So there would be a Mulan theme, there would be a Stitch collection, there would be maybe Disney Vacation Club. They also had Disney Cruise Line pins. They had Disney annual events and things like that. Run Disney had its own collection. So while they did have pins up on the walls, like I said, if it's not on the wall, it doesn't mean that they don't have it. They might just have to take a look at the Tinkerbell collection or something like that to check. So if there are a few that you are looking for, that you are specifically looking for, you're going to want to give yourself some time. Now, the two ladies that run the place are amazing. And as I was asking my questions, they would know exactly where to go to find specific things. So if they're not busy, I'm sure that that would certainly be available as well to all of you. But sometimes it's just good to give yourself some time so that you can really, really look through everything. And then once I was done with the pin collections in the cases, as well as the lanyards and booster packs and all of that, then I spent a little bit of time dreaming, and I went over to the PTD turnstile and I was just drooling over some of them. So there were a few that I really wanted to get, but I was as reserved as I possibly can ever be when I'm in a pin store, and I held off. Maybe the next time I'll get some PTDs. But what I found is that the prices on those were very reasonable. They are right in line with what I've seen in live sales, as well as on eBay, if not a little bit less than that. So the higher end pins, I would say the prices were very, very good. They were very reasonable. I know I've watched some videos that reviewed booster packs and beyond, and they felt that maybe they were a little bit high. But just from the research I've done, no, I don't think that they were. I think that they were pretty close, if not maybe a little bit lower than what you're going to find, especially in a live sale, but maybe even lower than an eBay seller. And with booster packs and beyond, these ladies are so knowledgeable about their pins. They know whether or not something is a fake or is not. And they're certainly not going to risk the reputation of their business by selling you something that's not authentic. Where on eBay, you don't always know what you're going to get until you get it. So after the PTD case, then I of course had to check out the glass cases and the wide variety of things from park packs to Acme pins, and then they of course had WDI profiles, and oh my goodness, so many beautiful pins. It was just stunning, and there was way too much to be able to capture on video for all of you. So I am going to be going back, and I am going to be spending more time on specific sections of the store each time that I go, so that you can maybe get a little bit of a closer or more detailed look. At the end of this video, I will go ahead and I will loop any and all of the video that I did take, because I am of course going to have to truncate that in the middle of the video while I'm kind of walking you through it. But the full walkthrough will be at the end of this. If you missed something, or if you really just wanted to take a look and see everything that I was able to capture. But all in all, the place was amazing, really, really amazing. And then one other section of the store that I did want to just kind of share and focus on a little bit with you, because I just thought that it was really kind of cool. They also have a ton of pin folios that you can purchase, and most of theirs, while they do have some that are very similar to the ones that you can get off of the website, and their prices are actually, they were a little bit less than what the website was offering them for. They also had some that were, I don't want to say unique to them, but ones that you don't find on the Pin Folio website. So I did go ahead and I purchased myself one. And you can see there, it's the official Pin Folio logo. And for those of you that you don't know what I mean when I'm saying Pin Folio, this is what it is. Okay, that's their logo there. And this is just like pin board, where you could just take the backing off of your pin and you stick that in there, and it will hold it securely, and then you can just close things up. So this one is a smaller one. You've got the one side, and then you have a felt divider so the pins don't rub against each other, and then you have the other one. And what I liked about this is that it was small enough that I could kind of take it around the parks as opposed to have the lanyard and everything. And this is the back side of it. And the reason I'm showing the back side is because the thing that made these unique is on the other side, and I'm so excited to share it. So they had a ton of different artwork that the company had gone ahead and put onto the pin folios. A wide variety of different characters and different images and things like that. And you can see the images, but also I took a quick scan so you could see all of the different ones that they might happen to have. Then I have this one for myself. And if you know me, you know why. I'm a huge Stitch fan, and that's just awesome. That is Stitch right there, just being an absolute goofball. So I had to go ahead and I got, for my very first pin folio, I got that crazy little Stitch there that just looks like he is licking everything, and it was kind of perfect for me. Now the price of this pin folio that has this on here was $26. Is that right? Yes, $26. And when I went onto the pin folio website, they are selling this size. Normally it's $26.99 without the artwork on it, but right now it was on sale for $25.99. So I paid a penny more to walk out of the store with it myself and to have the artwork on it, which they didn't have available on the website. So I was really, really pleased with that. And the reason I wanted to show you all of the different characters and things like that is in case you wanted to reach out to the store and place an order. They do take orders over the phone. So if I will put the phone number for the store as well as the full address in the description box below. And you are welcome to give them a call. They said that they will work with you right over the phone. They often will do that. They were actually working on an order for somebody while I was there that had come in. I think it was via email. But you could just ask, do you have such and such? What's the price of that? Can you keep a lookout for? And you can have that communication yourself. The other reason I wanted to share with you is if you do subscribe to the channel, you probably saw a recent video where I said I'm going to be adding booster packs and beyond to my personal shopping service. So in addition to shopping at the outlets in Disney Springs and different Disney resorts, I'm also going to be shopping at booster packs and beyond. Now the pricing structure for my shopping fee to go to a booster packs and beyond will be different than the outlets. The outlets, the prices are so deeply discounted that the pricing structure for shopping fee is a little bit different. So I'm going to put the booster packs and beyond location right as the same shopping fee as if I were going to Disney Springs or going to one of the resorts. And that is 10% of your overall purchase with a $5 minimum shopping fee. So for example, if you asked me to go to Booster Packs and Beyond to grab you a couple of pins and it totaled $30, okay, well 10% of that would only be $3, so you wouldn't hit the minimum. The minimum is $5 shopping fee. So in addition to the price of your pins, there would be a $5 shopping fee. And then that's it. I won't mark the pins up, and you're just gonna pay me what I paid. You're gonna reimburse me that money, and then whatever the shopping fee works out to be. If it's $100 worth of pins, then the shopping fee will be $10. So if you have questions on any of that, and you do want me to pick some things up for you, you're welcome to email me at mickey'smagicaldelivery@gmail.com. But again, you also can just contact the store directly. I thought that was a great service that they offer for people. So now what I want to do is I want to just kind of walk you through some of the pins that I did purchase. So we're going to shift into the haul portion of this video. All right, and this is probably one of the ones that I was most excited for, these lunchtime tails. And I wrote myself a couple of notes here. So let me grab my glasses so I can actually see what I wrote. I picked up lunchtime tails for Stitch. I'll show you that there, that one there. And this was at the store $33. I'm going to show you the inside of that. Look at that, that is so cute with that peanut butter sandwich and the mint ice cream, and it's just adorable. So this one was a limited edition pin, and it was $33 at Booster Packs and Beyond. I checked eBay, and these were kind of all over the place. I saw sellers that were selling them for $34, $35, $45. The 34 or 35, then they would add shipping onto that, and then the $45 I think included shipping. So either way, that was cheaper than anybody that I saw on eBay, and I didn't have to pay for the shipping. So I was very, very pleased with that. The other one that I ended up purchasing, this is another Lunchtime Tales, and this is the Mulan one. You can see that there. And that was $32. Let me see what eBay had this one for. The Mulan Lunchtime Tales also was kind of all over the place. 30, 38, 35. Most of those, you'd have to add shipping on top of that. I think one of them was free shipping, and it would have been roughly the same price. So again, not a terrible price. It's very reasonable. And when thinking about when I've seen these in live sales, these are good prices. These are not bad prices at all, and you don't have to fight to try to get a pin in a live sale. Let's see what else I have in here. So many awesome goodies with great prices. So, okay, so I did get the Mulan pop-up book. That one there. This is not a limited edition pin, but it was, of course, one that I needed for my Mulan pin board. And the Mulan pop-up, this one was $24 there. $20 plus shipping was the cheapest that I found this on eBay, and the shipping was maybe $3.50, I think they had it down as. So that one might have ended up being a little bit cheaper, but I don't know. I get so nervous with eBay sellers because you never really know if what you're going to be getting is going to be authentic, and you're kind of running a risk. So if it was an extra buck or 50 cents, well, that was well worth it. This one, I think, was, I'm not going to say it was high priced because the prices were kind of all over the place, but this is a relatively new limited edition Mulan pin. And this is a spinner. So you've got that side there where she has, you know, the trio of scoundrels when she is really struggling. And then I love the theming of this pin. So on one side, she's really, really struggling. And on the other side is when she has overcome all of those different issues that were kind of plaguing her, and she just persevered, and she's sitting on top of the pole after retrieving the arrow. And it's just such a wonderful, wonderful message of, yeah, you might be having a hard time, but you just kind of keep in there and you've got it. And I love this pin for it. This one was $28 at Booster Packs and Beyond. And there was a wide variety of sellers on this one. I saw one for 20 plus shipping, 25 plus shipping, 28 without shipping. So this one I might have been able to get for a couple of dollars less than I did, but I did just see this one in a live sale that went for $35. So I still consider that one a pretty good deal. Let's see what else I have here. Let's see. Any other big ones? Okay, so this one is my very first Acme pin. I have never had an Acme pin before, and they had this one in one of the cases. And it actually was a 4-pin set, but not really a set. They were just 4 different designs coming from Acme pins. And I went with this one because I just thought it was cute, and I don't have any like this one where I had some similar designs in other pins that I have on the pin board, and that was only $20. I didn't think that was bad for an Acme stitch pin. Limited edition of, if I'm not mistaken, 200. So that was pretty, I'm very happy with that one, and that'll look adorable with the pin collection. Now let's see here. I had a whole bunch of rack pins that I ended up picking up for myself, and then pins off of the board, and they're all kind of mixed in together. So this one here is a Minnie and Mickey wedding pin, and I thought it was so cute. And with our anniversary coming up, I don't know, I just thought it would be really kind of cute to add to the collection. This one was probably the most expensive one that I purchased off of the board, and this was a $15 pin, but I really loved this one. I thought it was so cute, and it's pin on pin, and a great one to add to the collection. All right, so now let me see if I can get these kind of color coded together. So anything that had a yellow dot was a $5 pin. So look at that, $5. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous pin. $5. Another stitch, $5 pin. A Mickey as Luke Skywalker, because again, one of my pin boards I'm working on is going to be the mashup of Disney characters and Star Wars characters. $5 there. And then another stitch pin. So cute, but so much trouble. $5. Let's see, do I have all the yellow? No. This one is a Disneyland Paris Minnie Mouse Eiffel Tower pin. Really, really cute. And then I think that was it for the $5 pins. Then $6 pins are the green ones. I was able to get, and it's not one of my favorite movies, but I like certain parts of it. But with Up, this is a hot air balloon pin that was part of that series of hot air balloon pins. And this is kind of that, that evil guy at the end, and I can't remember his name, so somebody just let me know in the comments. I can't remember who he is, but that was a $6 pin, and I needed him. That's blue, so let's see. $6 pins. Was that my only? Yeah, that might have been my only $6 one. Then, is it? No, I thought I had another one. Then let's see here. Then I have my blue pins, and these are $7 pins. So this is a Mushu Hidden Mickey pin, $7. A Baymax rack pin with a soccer ball, which is awesome, $7. An Ellie hot air balloon pin for $7. Let's see here. And then these are, okay, these are different. Then I have two purple, and the purple ones are $10 each. I have a Lilo and Stitch, so it's a 2-pin combo rack pin for $10. And then I purchased a Mickey Mouse Nutcracker for $10. And they did have several of the others for the set. I'm trying to get the whole set. So when I saw this one, I had to go ahead and grab him. But $10 for that one. And then I think that does it for the pins I purchased for myself. So awesome, awesome pins. Great prices. I will tell you, I was in a live sale the other night, and this particular seller sells the rack pins for $3.50, and there were some really, really cute ones, and I saw all of those pins on the racks at Booster Packs and Beyond, either for $4 or for $5 or for $6, and I'm sitting there thinking to myself, wait a minute, I spent 4 hours on a live sale the other night, didn't even get a lot of the pins that I wanted, because that's how live sales work. If your internet is just not as fast as other people, you just don't get them. And for $1.50 more, I could just go there and do that. So yeah, I think that's probably going to be my future for rack pins and things like that, only because it just makes that much more sense. And a lot of the rack pins that they had in that live sale, not necessarily the themes that I want, not Stitch or Baymax or things like that. So while those are fun and a lot of people just love doing those, I find it to be a little bit stressful, I have to say. So I might just go to Booster Packs and Beyond from now on. Like I had said, if you want me to stop off at Booster Packs and Beyond for you, if it makes it that much easier for you, that is perfectly fine. Just let me know. Send me an email at mickey'smagicaldelivery@gmail.com, or also check out that description box below, because you could always just call the company or the shop yourself, and then they will arrange things with you. But as you can tell from all of my glorious pins, I had a ball. It was great. I really enjoyed it, and I loved talking with the ladies about the different pins that they have and their knowledge of the WDIs and things like that. So Booster packs and beyond will definitely be on my shopping list pretty much every time I go to the outlets, and I think it's going to be kind of in my future. So you should be getting more and more booster packs and beyond videos from this channel. If you think it's a place that you are interested in having me do more specific videos on specific content, please put that information in the comment section below. Like if you really want me to focus on the corkboard pins, or if you really want me to focus on the pins that are in the cases or the framed sets that they have up around the store, just let me know that, and I will try to make sure that I get those videos in the next few weeks. I think that's about it for my booster packs and beyond review. But again, if you have questions on anything, either put them in the comment section or send me a quick email at Mickey's Magical Delivery. If the ladies at Booster Packs and Beyond are watching this, I want to say thank you so much for such an enjoyable shopping experience. I am looking very forward to being able to see you more frequently now that I know where you are, and explore the shop. Just trying to find all kinds of different Disney pin goodies. So you will definitely be seeing me more, and hopefully you'll be getting some of my subscribers and or personal shopping customers to be able to shop either directly through you or through me through you. So either way, it's gonna hopefully be a win-win for you and me, and of course the subscribers for the channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can follow along with our crazy Disney journey. As I had said, I'm going to go ahead and just loop the entire walk around, so some of that footage is going to be repeated, but this way you can actually get a sense of everything I was able to capture while I was there. So until our next video, bye-bye.